Welcome back to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. I'm going to be doing a special review. I was asked to do a review on a independent film, an indie movie, really, real indie movies, not these indie movies that Hollywood actors star in and pretend they've no money just because one of the big studios do an actual real indie movie where a lot of the actors, directors, producers put their own money into that's built up off the ground. So it's a family dramedy, comedy drama called Inheritance Italian Style. It's a 2014 film directed by Doug Bremner. So it's basically about five sisters who go back to the motherland, Italy, to claim some of their inheritance from their mother. They bring their families, and I can see where they were going. It has a bit of a like the big fat Greek wedding kind of vibe to this, which is a good thing. At times it does have some witty, dry humour. It's a fun film at times. It can have some whimsical characters and charm to it. Some of the characters are quite good. And with every independent film, I never like to judge an independent film really on Hollywood standards or the so-claimed independent film that stars someone, I don't know, Ryan Gosling, who's or Robert Pattinson or Kirsten Stewart. Basically, that's not independent film. This is an independent film, and I don't like to put it in the same bracket because I understand they don't have the same budget, they don't have the same resources, they don't have the same marketing strategy or the marketing money to get the movie out there in front of all the audience, just like all these big Hollywood films have. So I always understand, being an independent filmmaker myself, what it's like to get a film done. It is it's a reward in itself to actually get it finished. Sometimes you always see people who are filmmakers who they begin an independent film, especially a feature film, it either isn't finished, or when they do finish it, they don't go back and make a second one because it's either cost a lot of money, it hasn't got the reviews that they would have hoped, or got into the festivals they would have hoped, and it kind of knocks them back psychologically and emotionally. So I totally understand that, being an independent filmmaker, a writer, and an actor and director. So I understand exactly what Doug would have went through trying to make this. Just the organisation alone is quite possibly one of the worst things and one of the worst stresses you'll ever have. And then the editing. Now, I don't do much editing myself other than these videos, so if they're terrible, that's why, you know. But the post-production then costs a lot of money, where people don't really see that. And then when you want to get into festivals, that costs more money. So I can understand totally an independent side. As I said, it does have a lot of charm. I think like there's a couple of good performances. I think Zoe Moore as Seconda is quite good. And I think one of the other sisters, Caroline Avery, I think her name is, playing. I can't remember the name of her character, but she played a good part as well. And as I said, it is quite. It's quite charming at times. Like, and some of the location for the movie itself is really good. But what I would say that kind of lets it down is the accents. Really kind of, I never felt it was actually in Italy. The accents kind of really, for the people who were doing Italian accents, or there was people showing up in the film that was in Italy and they had American accents, and that kind of put me off just a little bit. In terms of pacing of the script, and it felt a bit up and down at times, and some of the actual characters' choices or the characters' actions didn't really make sense. Especially in the house where they would get caught doing things while their other partners or other family members were there. They kind of didn't make sense to me. I think the male characters are quite dumb in this. Now I do think a lot of males are quite dumb, but I just felt that all of them were dumb. Even the ones that were portrayed to be clever were still quite stupid. They done really, really like unnatural things what they do not do around family members, especially like there's a scene where one has an affair in the house with one of the sisters, and I kind of didn't like how would they not know to be caught fully naked? So like kind of the actions and of what the characters would do, I didn't find that believable enough. And they're little things that really kind of just put me off. I wouldn't say put me off, maybe it's a bad word. I'd say kind of caught my attention more. But as I said, there was a couple of good performances. The production design is really good. As I said, the locations, the production design, it's shot well. I must say it was actually shot really well. Some nice shots at the dinner table, like kind of the wide angle shots, looking at the whole room, the whole family was really shot well and was lit well, and you can see that. Yeah, so for an independent film, like I'd always support independent films, being an independent filmmaker, and you always hope that once you get your first movie under your belt, you go on and make your next one. And you're always trying to improve, you're always trying to get better, whether it's writing, acting, directing, editing, music scores, lighting, whatever way, in any form, shape or way or form in independent film, you want to improve on your last film to say, well, this is what we did wrong or we didn't do right, and what can we improve on the next film. So this is 2014, so I've no doubt, given it was 7 years ago or so, 7-8 years ago or so, that like it would be his filmmaking would be a lot better. Not that this is bad or anything. This has some good qualities to it, but you always want to improve and get better. And it's same with myself. I always want to get better in everything I do, whether it's me writing or my acting. You always just want to improve and look at what you were doing wrong, or maybe not even doing wrong, maybe things you didn't spot until you actually had someone else tell you. So yeah, I do think for an independent film, like, to get up off the ground is a feat in itself. To shoot it in that way, like where there, as I said, there is some great shots. Again, it's another great feat. I think the editing isn't that bad either. The editing's quite good. So what I think I would give this would be, I think I'll give it 2.5 stars or 2.5 bears out of 5. I'd look forward to seeing any of his new stuff then in the future. I'm glad he reached out and asked me to review. I don't know why, but I hope I did you well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and if you have anyone else who has independent films they want me to watch and review, I will. I do think you should check this Inheritance Italian style out. It does have some charm to it and some qualities. As I said, it's shot well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Like and subscribe. Catch you later, guys.